Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Blaze Marie is in the Kitchen. I'm Blaze. Yes, that's my real name. I won't tell you how I got it today, maybe someday, but today is not the day. I wanted to create this channel so that I could share in my sourdough journey and hopefully make it so that it's not so difficult to understand. I've killed 2 starters. I've been on this journey since 2022. As I said, I've killed 2 starters, but I found a method that works for me, and I've been able to sustain my current starter for 3 years now, going on 3 years. So I wanted to share this method and this journey. It's going to take 21 days. And I hope that if you decide that you want to share this journey, you'll like and subscribe these videos. And let's get started. What you'll need for this is 2 jars. One of them has to hold at least 200 grams. You'll need the lids to go with them, hopefully. If you don't have the lids, it's not the end of the world. You can quarter a piece of paper towel and put it on top and secure it with a rubber band. You can use plastic wrap. You can use a piece of wax paper and a rubber band. Just something so that it's covered. You will need a scale that uses grams. You'll need water and you'll need flour. You'll also need something to mix. I don't use metal utensils except when I'm scooping flour. I use my silicone spatula, you can see right there. As far as water goes, don't use tap water. You can use distilled water, you can use spring water, you can use purified drinking water, which is what I'm using right now. Keep it at room temperature. Oh, you can use one of those water filter pitchers. I think Brita makes those, or somebody. But then by all means use tap water if you have one of those filtered pitchers. As far as the flour is concerned, I personally use King Arthur's bread flour. You can use all-purpose flour, you can use rye flour, you can use whole wheat flour, as long as it's all unbleached. You want to keep as many chemicals out of this as possible. That's why no tap water. Tap water has fluoride and chlorine, which will inhibit bacterial growth. And what you're doing with this is actually growing bacteria and forming a wild yeast. And there are chemicals in flours and water that obviously inhibit that. So use anything unbleached. And what I'm going to say is that if you're using whatever flour you make your starter with, that's the flour you bake with, okay? That will give your bread the best rise possible and the best crumb possible. The reason I use bread flour is because it has a softer crumb and a chewier texture, and it does wonders for my sourdough. It's absolutely fantastic. So keep that in mind. What you're basically going to do is put your clean empty jar on the scale. You're going to tare it or zero it out. And then you're going to add 50 grams of water. If you go over, it's fine. Don't go over more than 55 grams, otherwise you're just wasting it. You want to have equal parts of flour and water. So if you go over, you have to match that with the flour. Once you get the water in there, you're going to zero out your scale again, and then add 50 grams of flour. Then you're going to mix that until there are no dry pockets of flour visible. You can leave some lumps and clumps in there. It's going to be thick. You want it to stay that way. That's going to help your bacteria feed, because that's basically what you're doing, is feeding it. You'll want to scrape down your jar, the sides of your jar, as best you can. It doesn't have to be spotless by any means. My jars are not. But you want to be able to see what your starter is doing inside the jar. And as I said, once you mix it, what you will do is get a Sharpie. You can use a Sharpie, you can use a rubber band, you can use tape, whatever, to mark the top of your starter. And the reason you do that is to see if there's any activity, if there's any rise or fall. Okay, you probably won't see any on day 1. You may see something on day 2, but then it's going to stop. And I will tell you that this is going to be the stinkiest first 3 or 4 days that you've ever encountered. I mean, it's going to be bad. Keep your nose out of the jar. And just mix your starter, put your water in, mix it, put your flour in, mix it, put the cap back on, scrape the jar, do all that, put the cap back on. And then put your markings on it. It's a fermentation process. It's supposed to stink. So don't give up. Don't throw it away. It's not anything that you did wrong. It's what's supposed to happen. I gotta tell you, I've had my established starter. I wanted to throw it out. I thought I did something wrong, but then a couple days later, it started to smell like bread. So don't give up. So anyways, yes, again, mix it until there are no dry pockets of flour. Scrape down the sides of your jar. And when you're done with that, you want to use paper towel to wipe down your utensils. You don't want any of this to go down your sink. I will explain in a later video as to why not. We are not discarding it, so you don't really have a lot to worry about in that regard, but you still have some on your utensils. So make sure you wipe them down, then throw your paper towel in the garbage. And that is it. You'll put your lid on it. You'll mark the top of your starter. You'll put the date. My date is May 20th. You'll put day 1. Cover it and let it sit for 24 hours, and you're good to go. So if you feel like you want to continue this journey with me, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you tomorrow for day 2. And I hope you all have a lovely, lovely day.